Hello, parents, and welcome to Sayreville Middle School virtual back to school night. My name is Mrs. Grzybowski, and I am your child's sixth grade LAL teacher. So, just a little bit about me. I have taught elementary school for the past 5 years. I worked for 2 years in Sayreville, and the 3 years before that, I was in Edison. I've taught both special and general education, and this is my first year in the middle school. I'm very excited to be here. I graduated from Rutgers University with my master's degree in elementary K to 6 and special education. I'm also certified to teach English at the high school level. I'm also from Sayreville, New Jersey, so I know the town and the schools very well. And I'm expecting my first child towards the end of October. I'm very excited and nervous about that. But don't worry, while I'm gone, I will be in close contact with my maternity leave substitute the entire time, and I'll still be available to you so that if you need anything, you can reach out and you can let me know. All right, where to find our class? So your child is currently enrolled in my LAL Google Classroom. All of their classrooms will be posted, all of their assignments will be posted under classwork, and any announcements will be posted under the stream. So if your child would like to join my office hours for any extra help, they can join between 1:45 and 2:45 any day of the week. All they have to do is send me an email letting me know that they want to meet. This way I can schedule a time in between 1:45 and 2:45. And then they can go right to my office hours Google Classroom at the scheduled time. They can click on the top banner. There will be a Google Meets code and it will start a Google Meet with me. And students who attend OT or speech are encouraged to join my office hours on the day that they miss class. This way we could just catch up and I can fill them in on anything that they may have missed that day. All right, our daily schedule. So period 4-5, those students begin at 9:57 a.m. and we end at 10:56 a.m. Period 8-9 students start at 12:01 p.m. and we end at 1 o'clock p.m. And again, office hours are between 1:45 and 2:45 in my office hours Google Classroom. The first half of class will be dedicated to reading, and students will log into our Google Meet and begin their do now in their reading journal. So every day it should be very routine and similar to them. They'll go to our Google Classroom, they'll join the Google Meet so that I can take attendance and see that they're here. And then while I'm taking attendance, they'll be doing a do now in their reading journal. And they've already been doing a great job with this routine, and they all kind of know already. They come in, they go to their do now, and they get to work. And they've been doing fantastic with that. The second half of class is dedicated to writing. So the first half hour will focus on reading. The second half hour will focus on writing. Halfway through the class, I like to give them a 2 to 3 minute break just to stretch, get a drink, use the bathroom. So just so you know, if you see them get up halfway through class, I do give them a break just because I know it's a double period. It's a longer block for them. And then during the last 5 minutes of class, we'll do a read aloud together. So like right now, we're reading the one and only Ivan together. I just love reading aloud to the kids. I feel like it really helps them to love reading as well, and it gets them into it. And so far, they all seem to be loving the story. So that's just something that I try to fit in at the end of every day if we have a little bit of time for them. All right, expectations. So my expectations are that students will come to class on time. They will submit their own original work. They'll participate in class. So I know a lot of the kids don't like to turn their cameras on, and that's okay. I mean, they're encouraged to turn their cameras on, but if they don't want to, that's okay. But as long as they're still participating and unmuting and speaking, typing in the chat box, just so I know that they're there and that they're still getting a good participation grade. I expect the students to be kind and respectful and to complete their assignments on time. I'll also be using Class Dojo in here as a reward system. So students can earn dojo points for participating, working hard, being kind to each other. And when they earn 10 Class Dojo points, they get a no homework pass that they can use for any homework assignment anytime they want. And you can also join Class Dojo. And if you need to contact me, you can send me a message on there if you'd prefer that instead of emailing me. I check both, so you can do either. That's kind of up to you. All right, a little bit about the reading curriculum. So Unit 1, which is what we're in right now, is short stories. So we're currently learning about story elements, and we'll be moving into notice and note soon. Notice and note your child should have done last year. It's just using signposts to annotate text. So as they're reading, they're stopping, they're thinking about what they're reading, and they're jotting down notes. So that's going to be our focus for the first unit. Unit 2 is coming of age / multicultural study. So we'll be reading the chapter book wholes together. I will be reading it with them in class, so they don't have to read it independently. So it won't be too much independent. That'll be more together, because I know that it is higher level and it will be a little bit tougher for them. So we'll do that together. And we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting cultural differences and different coming of age stories. Unit 3, we move into nonfiction, and we will focus on learning about author's author's purpose, point of view, and summarizing a story. Unit 4, the focus will be on dramas, so we'll read the play Driving Miss Daisy. And unit number 5 will be close reading, The Hound of the Baskervilles. So close reading, we'll be reading a text and really analyzing it. Our writing curriculum, Unit 1, which we're in right now, is personal narratives. So we've begun that. Right now, we're currently talking about choosing a small moment to write about. So instead of writing about this whole big, broad topic, we're just choosing one small moment that they could write a story about. Unit 2 is going to be a literary essay. They'll be comparing and contrasting. And Unit 3 is research-based information writing. So they'll be doing some research for Unit 3. Homework. So students will have a reading log to complete Monday through Thursday every week. There's no homework on Fridays, so they only have to do reading log Monday through Thursday. And any unfinished classwork will typically become homework unless otherwise stated. So if they didn't finish something in class that day, I'll typically tell them, okay, finish it for homework. And if they need extra help with that, then they can join my office hours. So if they're not just doing it by themselves for homework, but I'm still working with them. This is just an example of their reading log. So the first page of their reading log will look like this. It's going to have fiction text questions and nonfiction text questions. What your child can do is, after they read for about half an hour at night, they can choose a question. So if their book was fiction that they're reading, they'll choose a fiction question. If their book was nonfiction, they can choose a nonfiction question. And then they'll go to the slide that corresponds with the day. So each day of the week has a slide. So if it's Monday, they'll go to Monday. They'll type the title of their book, the author, the page they started on, the page they ended on, and then the question number that they chose. So if you look up here, each one of these questions has a number. So they could just write the number that they chose. I also told them that if they don't want to choose one of those questions, if they want to write a summary, they can write a summary about the story, or they can just recommend the book to me also. They'll also choose the genre by moving this box here. So they'll just drag the box to fiction or nonfiction to tell me what type of book they read. And I would like them to write about 4 to 5 sentences. If they can, that would be fantastic. So that is what is expected of them for homework every night. Okay, a little bit on grading. So I know at the elementary level, it was standards-based grading. In the middle school, they use letter grades, which correspond to the numbers. So here is just a list of the grades. So you know what an A+ would equal, what a B would equal, etc. 64 and below is failing. So that would be an F. And just a breakdown of how we do grading. So their homework is worth 5%. So every week, reading logs are graded, and that's worth 5%. Their quarterly assessments are worth 15% each. Their small assessments are 35% each, and their large assessments are worth 45% each. The small assessments will be things like classwork, do-nows, and their reading journals and their writer's notebooks. The large assessments are things like tests, projects, and their published writing pieces. For late assignments, I'm typically lenient with it. I'll give them an extra day, especially because it's virtual. I try to give them an extra day. But if things are late past that, then I'm going to have to start taking off 5 points for every day that the assignment is late. So I think that that's about it. Thank you so much for your time and for coming to virtual back to school night. Please check your emails every Sunday night, because I'll send out an update of our weekly agenda just so you know what to expect for the week in terms of homework and what we'll be learning about. And if you ever need me, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can email me at noel.grzybowski@sayrevillek12.net. You can send me a message on Dojo. But yeah, if you ever have any questions, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. It's been so awesome getting to know all of your children, and I'm so impressed with how well they're doing during virtual learning. I was definitely expecting a lot more hiccups during this process, but they're doing a fantastic job, and I'm super proud of them. So let them know that I said that they're doing great, and keep it up. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and have a good night. I hope to meet you in person soon. Bye.